today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that as well as the team that they're facing in order to try and advance?
Eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for... And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Taken in at the 11. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
They ain't on our side.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2.
Lions 2.
So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, and what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
At their own 20.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He was covered by Christian Fulton.
On 2nd down, it's Evans. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Number 28.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Lions' 46-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Score Cardinals 3, Lions 2.
2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Williams. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
7-yard line.
Bust through the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 21-yard line.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
12.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. That pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer 3rd of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. LaVisca Chenault there to make the grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Win games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On the stop was Aaron Donald.
A gain of 4. It's now
2nd and 6. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he stopped immediately there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Chicago Bears who are moving on as they defeat the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific 2nd half. To find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Got an open man. It's QT. 3 yards the game there, second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And it's third down.
They'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run the counter. It's Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. I said not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run here with Evans. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tough... You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and 9 now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Johnson on the coverage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
He'll look to throw. Open man is QT, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Kiki QT. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Aaron Donald in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. The Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Laviska Chenault, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Intended for Kiki QT. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham.
The pass.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The football going back over to Arizona now. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The ball carried.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
29-yard line.
On the give, this is their fullback.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Today,
And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.